chaotic week for Manchester United fans because they had the high of winning the derby in that magical 2-minute spell. Then they had the chaos at Spurs, and all the while in between, it's just been about Marcus Rashford and his future. And I quite respected what Amorim said in the press conference. I would have gone to the manager and not the media. How would you have handled it?
I would have gone to the manager. I've done it in the past, and do you know what? You get far more respect and appreciation from the manager as well, because it doesn't look like you're trying to go around the manager's back, going behind his back to get your point across and make him look like the bad guy and you look like the good guy. Ultimately, they're all adults. And respect is not given, it's earned. And the way you earn respect is by knocking on the door. It can be a little bit intimidating initially, especially if you're not used to it. But we're talking about somebody that's been at Manchester United for his whole career. So he's seen some incredible things. He's had great relationships with managers in the past. He's also had great understanding and conversations with everybody upstairs as well. So it's not like it should be a new situation for him, something for him to be worried or concerned about. That just comes from pure frustration. That situation is based purely out of frustration of him being not the best version of Marcus Rashford he knows he could be, and the fans know he can be.
It's such a difficult one because if you look at Ruben Amorim, since he's coming to United, he's said all the right things. He's brought loads of people back into the fold. You look at Diallo, we've been wondering why we've not seen this guy for the last year. And it feels like he's given everyone a fresh opportunity. So when this quote comes out from Rashford, it's almost like, well, you have a grand opportunity here to revitalize your career almost. And I think it was probably disappointing for Amorim. And I think when you're playing a derby game and you don't take two attackers like that to the game, it's a message. It's like, well, I can do this without you. And I think for him now, he has to set himself a challenge. Let me work to get back in the team. And if it is the end of my journey here, at least let's end it on the bang and let me put myself in the shop window. But I don't think any United fan would have ever thought that the Marcus Rashford story at Manchester United would end like this. He's their boy wonder. He did amazing things since he broke through. And yeah, it's just a shame that it looks to be ending on a sad note.
It's probably terrible for him as well because you've got him being left out and then Garnacho the same. And the manager said the reactions of the two players have been chalk and cheese. The one has upped his game in training. He's done, just so much better. And then Rashford has gone the other route as well. That comparison, you want the reaction that he's been seeing from Garnacho.
Yeah, you do. And it speaks volumes. The reaction, as you mentioned there. Look, there's a lot of pressure from Garnacho. There's a lot of pressure from Diallo. There's a lot of pressure from a few of the wingers that you thought were initially out of the picture, out of the equation. And all of a sudden, they've leapfrogged him. Now, on a personal level, do I think that Marcus Rashford is a better technical player overall than some of these guys? Yes, I do. Which means, in my opinion, he should be playing ahead of them. There's something major going on behind the scenes for him not to be playing. And if he's being brutally honest with himself, and I hope he is, he would know for a fact he's not given 100% over the last, year and a half maybe. And it's clear for everyone to see outside of football. But now the managers are starting to pay attention to that. I
mean, Jermaine, we're always being told it's about what happens on the training pitch. If you can't see a player starting, why? You were just saying with Ahmad, you couldn't understand why he wasn't playing, and he's obviously doing well now, and it's frustrating you even more because why haven't we been seeing all the time? But how much of that is about what happens in day-to-day training? A manager must be seeing something that he likes or doesn't like, and
everything. Look. Football matches are played once a week, twice a week if you're lucky. And I say lucky because every football player wants to play a match rather than training. So the rest of the time you're going to be in the training ground, training in front of the managers, and they're keeping a close eye on you. You're being recorded, you've got heart rate monitors on, you've got GPS monitors on, you've got cameras all over the place recording your every movement. There's no hiding place. So if you're not putting the work in, it's not going to be long before literally everybody at the training ground knows it. And when the message gets back to the manager, it's like, right, well, who has been working hard? If he's not prepared to dig deep and really, get himself out of this situation that he's in, he is. He's been working twice as hard, so he's going to play.
There's something to be said as well about Manchester United as that sort of club. And it's only right to say there probably is a different level of expectation on Marcus because he is one of their own. He's homegrown.
Yeah.
But I think with that comes a sense of something that should push him to go even further. And I mean, the manager came out and said, we look at everything. And it was quite a strong statement that if this guy's saying he looks at everything and you're not in the squad, it means that something's going to miss somewhere. But you just hope that he can take it in good stride. These are moments that make players or break players. He's 27. He could be at the peak of his powers.
He's not a prospect anymore, is he?
Yeah. So hopefully he can use this as fuel to turn it around, because there is a player there. I don't think you achieve what he's achieved if you're not a great player.
Agreed.
Maya, what kind of challenge are they going to get from Bournemouth tomorrow? That's United, because on the weekend when they play, that's on Sunday.